Hi, I'm Sue Frederick, and I'm a career intuitive, and I'm the author of I See Your Dream Job. I help people every day remember who they are, remember their mission, align that with their work. I would love to help. You know, I've had a pretty interesting life. I've had a lot of things happen to me that don't happen to normal people. When I was little, I had dreams that would come true down to the last detail, and I would come to breakfast in the morning and describe this dream of a car accident or something like that to my family, and even tell them the color of the truck involved in the accident, and then we would be involved in that accident in a day or two, and I would be yelling, "Stop, it's the truck in my dream," and so we wouldn't hit the truck, we would come up right against it, and it would be the exact truck that I had described to my family. Also, I always had visits from departed loved ones, even as a child. I saw the foretelling of things like Hurricane Katrina, because I grew up in New Orleans. And many of my high school friends tell me now that I used to scare them because I would predict that certain things were going to happen, and they would. And my friends didn't understand how I did that or where that came from. I spent a lot of my life hiding my intuition so that I would be accepted and could fit into this conventional world. When I was 29, I was working as a Colorado outward bound mountaineering instructor, teaching very practical, mundane skills of mountaineering and survival. And yet my intuition was my gift, and it is how I managed to survive in the mountains and teach my students and guide them through those survival situations. But more importantly, I have fallen in love with my partner, who was also a mountaineering instructor, Paul Frederick, and we were so in love and so happy to dream of sharing our lives together, having children, raising a family, so in love. And shortly after we were together, he was diagnosed with colon cancer, and I took care of him for a year while he slowly slipped away. And at the moment of his death, so many amazing things happened to show me that we are souls on a journey here. This is not a physical world. For example, my husband Paul had always said he wanted to die at home, and I had promised him that he would die at home in my arms when the time had come. And due to some circumstances beyond our control, some crises happened, and we ended up in the hospital, and he went into a coma. And I fell asleep on the floor of the hospital room, very upset, feeling that I had let him down, feeling that he was trapped in his body, and I wasn't going to be able to help him and give him the kind of peaceful death that we had envisioned. And as I fell asleep on the floor, he appeared in front of me as a spirit, bright, clear, happy, and said, "Sue, what are you on the floor? Why are you on the floor sleeping?" "I'm fine. I'm free. I'm not in that body. Wake up and come and sit by me and hold me in your arms and let me die in your arms. You promised that's what we would do." And I woke up with a jolt, sort of suddenly knowing that Paul had just communicated with me. I got all of our friends to leave the room. Paul's mother stood on one side of him, and I stood on the other, and we rubbed his arms and legs and said, "Paul, we love you so much. You're free to go. You're not trapped in this body." And his spirit gracefully and peacefully left his body. It was the most profound moment of my life. I saw his spirit leave his body. That was one example of the many gifts that I have been given in this lifetime. All of those things led me to the ability to be able to use my intuition to help others. I do this every day in my work as a career intuitive. I see the journey that people are on, that their souls chose for them, intending to bring their gifts to the world through their work. That's my gift, is helping them see that. I've written a book about it too, called I See Your Dream Job. A Career Intuitive Shows You What You Were Put on Earth to Do, by Sue Frederick. The book explains a lot of the stories from my own life, as well as shows you, the reader, how to figure out the path that you're on in this lifetime. and how to manifest that through your work. Now, if you can't work with me, read the book. The book will help you see your own journey. I also teach a career intuitive coach training program. So if you take my webinar, it's a 2-day webinar. At the end of it, I have taught you how to tap into your own intuition, build your intuitive muscle, so to speak, so that you really can listen to it and get guidance from your own inner guidance system, and then help your clients by seeing the mission that they are on and helping them line up their careers with that path. This webinar is my Career Intuitive Coach Training webinar. You can find it on my website, www.careerintuitive.org, or I have another website just for the training called careerintuitivecoach.com, and you can go to either of those websites and learn about the next webinar. It is something you can do from any city. I've had students from London, from places in Australia, from all around the world join me in this webinar. And after these 2 days of very intense working together, these clients, these students are able to go out and launch a business doing what I do and helping people profoundly with their work and making enough money to support themselves. What better work is there than using our intuition to remember who we are and helping other people remember who they are? Thank you. I'm Sue Frederick, and I'm the author of I See Your Dream Job, and my website is www.careerintuitive.org. Thank you.